It is a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome into the News 10 Plus Desk. I am Taylor Gattoni with the Rochelle Legrand from Studio 10. The Rochelle.
I think it's a little off. Oh, you like?
They're blue. They match her pants. That's why I got so excited about it.
Can't really show you guys that.
Notice that before.
I just got them.
Look at you.
They're a little rough.
Nice.
They are undergoing some construction right now.
Well,
So we did a little simple gel. I wanted to add a little flair and put a little sparkle on there.
they match it. And
Yes.
my nails kind of match.
And I matched too. Look at that. The pink and blue.
I like it.
You
This
love
is
it?
good.
And you know what else I
We're
like?
working it today on this Wednesday.
Speaking of working it, we're going to be working it out this afternoon.
That is right.
Yes.
That is very true.
It's true.
All right. What do we have coming up on Studio 10 then? That was a little giveaway right there.
I'm literally making my way around the 517, finding all the different gyms I have not hit yet. But I love our Work It Out Wednesdays. You know, it's about lifestyle. We're supposed to be talking about fitness and health and how can we live a healthier life.
Yes.
So today we're doing some kickboxing today. You know,
Ooh.
I like those like aggressive sports ones that really make you jump.
You did the Krav Maga, right? Krav Maga.
I loved it.
Intense.
You know, I went back and I did another class. They had a free class that later on that week, and I went and I was like, oh, this is exciting. It was really fun.
Okay.
So today we're going into kickboxing with Capital City Kickboxing. So right here in Lansing, we're going to be talking about upper body and lower body, doing hits and jabs and kicks and uppercuts. So
she's ready. Look at the form over here. Okay.
well, actually, that is something we're gonna go over. We're gonna go over that. What is a proper form and how to stretch after. I think that's something I always neglect. I don't know about you guys, and it's starting to take a toll.
You
I've
get
been having
sore
this pain in my
injuries.
leg
Yep.
lately.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? Once I started stretching, I felt it ease out a little bit more. So we're gonna be talking about, you know, not just that this is a great workout, but how to do things properly as well.
And recover properly. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, so we're doing that today. But while I'll be working out, they'll be eating here.
Yes.
And that's because today's National Brat Day. I didn't know what a brat was.
You did not know what brats are yummy. They are good.
Oh, so I heard. So I told them to save me some. But we're going to have somebody coming in today. We're going to be diving into brats, what the difference between a brat and a hot dog is and whatnot. I realized it's just like a bigger hot dog. It's like a sausage.
Basically,
I was like, oh, I know what that is. I just never referred to it as a brat.
There you go. They do hot dogs, sausages, and then brat. And you're like, oh, okay. So, yeah, trying to figure it out.
I'm sure they all taste good. But we're going to have that.
Very good.
And as you know, DeWitt is having their Oxfest very shortly. Pretty soon. But, you know, we always like to get a nice little preview on Studio 10, so they're going to be bringing some ox roast today.
Yes.
And we've got a lot going on. A lot going on in studio, a lot going on outside of studio. But it's all happening today at 3 p.m.
That is true.
And you know what? I know sometimes it's the middle of the day, so it's time for you to go. Well, I wouldn't say pick up your kids because they're not in school just yet. But perhaps you're doing your grocery shopping. You're doing that back-to-school last-minute shopping. Don't worry. You can always head on over to our YouTube channel. WILX Studio 10. Just make sure you hit subscribe, and you will never, ever miss a minute. And we'll see you guys soon.
Perfect. Thank you, Rochelle. Yeah, if you want to hear more about the ox roast, something else they'll have is a parade and a car show. So lots of fun for anyone heading out to that. And this is another place you can stay up to date with Studio 10, their YouTube page, of course. Head over to @WILX Studio 10 and hit that subscribe button. But we are starting off this Wednesday looking very sunny, beautiful look outside. And so we have Colton Cichoracki here to share what today will look like before some not so great weather on the way.
You know, DeWitt, have you ever been to DeWitt, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes, I love DeWitt. Very nice little town, so I'm excited for the big ox roast this weekend.
I forgot to put your thing up.
Oh, it's okay.
That's my bad.
We can chat for a few minutes while that's happening. But yeah, we've been seeing some really nice weather. Sunshine, temperatures have been very comfortable. I'll pull up the sky cam here so we can see that. There's MSU, so very nice, lots of sunshine, beautiful weather, max 2.
Oh, yeah, but it's not pulling up. I think we have to go on camera 2. Do you want to switch me back to camera 1 real quick?
We will get
there
this.
It is.
There we go.
All right, got to work the little magic
yes.
back here.
But yeah, you know, it's been a beautiful day. It's going to stay that way throughout the rest of the day. So just get outside.
Yeah.
You know, that's, you know, you might be at work right now, but as soon as you get home, go for a walk, take the dogs out, do something.
Lugnuts game, you might see a handful.
You might
of
see
us
some
there.
of us at the Lugnuts game tonight. But so that's today. What about tomorrow?
Yes, here's tomorrow.
Because tomorrow we do have a chance of seeing some stronger thunderstorms. This is the latest outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. No real change to what we saw earlier. We're still in that dark green color, which is a marginal risk for severe weather. I know the words can kind of be marginal, slight, and what does that mean? This is basically the lowest end. It's a 1 out of 5, 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. So it means that we may see an isolated strong thunderstorm tomorrow. Looking like a gusty wind and large hail threat at this point. Does not look like anything other than that. Maybe some heavy rainfall. But it does look like that we may see a few rounds of this. The initial round will come in around lunchtime, and then we'll try to see a few more scattered showers and storms pop up back behind that. But that's that second round of storms. A little uncertain with whether or not we're going to see that second round, but it looks like that first round is going to happen. But right now, the storms that we are going to be seeing is still about 500 miles away. It's a cold front that's in northern Minnesota and into North Dakota. That's going to be dropping down as we head into tomorrow. So it actually is going to make some pretty good progress between now and then. So we still have a ways to go, but I would say by tomorrow morning, we're going to see that cold front come in. But that's tomorrow. And until then, we're going to see some really nice weather. So we mentioned the Lugnuts game. You might see a few of us there.
Definitely will.
Yeah, it's a lot of us probably. But it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. I believe they're playing the Loons, the Great Lakes Loons, tonight. And we're going to see lots of sunshine. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s. So beautiful. So whether or not you're going to go to the Lugnuts game, go outside at any point. It's just fantastic. I can't say enough. I need to look up a thesaurus for all of the different ways to say beautiful weather, because
gorgeous, phenomenal,
fantastic, amazing.
We'll just keep going.
Yeah. So any of those words, it's going to be fantastic. So get outside and enjoy it. So let's show you the hour-by-hour forecast. This is brand new model data here on this Wednesday afternoon. You can see that very little happens this evening, so we will see just a few clouds, plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Even tonight, for the most part, it's going to be pretty quiet, but I think by the time we get towards tomorrow morning, that drive to work tomorrow, we'll start to notice a few more clouds, but I think we're still dry at that point. It's not going to be until a few hours later after that, towards lunchtime, there's that first round of some showers and storms. Now, this may or may not be severe. I think it probably just some decent downpours with this, but then watch what happens. So we see this initial line come through, and then I'm going to pause this around 4 o'clock. See that second round? So that's what I was talking about, that we may see a few rounds of storms, but it is dependent on how much energy is left behind that initial line. Personally, I don't really like the timing of all this. I think it's a pretty low risk of seeing some severe weather tomorrow, but it's not zero, and we definitely need to be paying attention to it. You know, we've been talking with the First Alert Weather team about possibly doing a First Alert Weather Day. At this point, we're kind of not sure, maybe not at this point, just because it is a pretty low-end risk of severe weather tomorrow, but it is there. Large hail and strong gusty winds, as well as heavy rainfall. Obviously, Lansing area picked up more than 2 inches of rain yesterday. A little bit lesser once you got south, but we don't need any more rain at this point because there were some flooding concerns with that. But we'll likely see a little bit more. But this will be quick to move out. So by the time we get towards sunset tomorrow, it's all out of here. And then I don't have another chance for rain in the forecast. So it's going to be dry for the next 6-7 days possibly after this. So
get outdoors, enjoy this last bit of summer.
We're actually going to see a dry stretch of weather for the first time in a while. But I want to show you the predicted rainfall heading throughout tomorrow. It is possible, depending on where some of those storms line up, that you may pick up a quick half-inch of rain, maybe a little bit more than that. Obviously, this model is showing about over an inch in Jackson. That's dependent on where some of the heaviest downpours happen. So don't take the exact number. No, I don't think Lansing's going to see exactly 0.38, but a general theme there, a quarter to a half inch, is possible tomorrow with the showers and storms that are in the forecast. And like I mentioned, tomorrow's it. So a really good chance I may bump that up to 100%. I think we're going to see some rain tomorrow. But then we're dry heading into the weekend. We're dry through all of next week, but temperatures are going to be heating up too. So that's what I want to show you here with the 10-day temperature trend. We stay in the 70s tomorrow and Friday, but then we warm up quickly again heading into the weekend. We should be back up into the upper 80s by the time we get towards Sunday. We'll have to see if we go up any higher than that for Sunday. Right now, it left it at 88. But by the way, I went back and looked. Average last 90-degree day of the year is on August 21st. So we're about 5 days from that, which actually coincides with when? Sunday. So Right now I have
Yeah,
88.
you're right. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, either way, though, I think that it's going to be pretty warm. I don't think this is the last of the heat that we're going to see this summer. Obviously, it can be very hot once we get into September as well. But
Oh, yeah.
it's been a while since we've seen some warmer temperatures, so we will see that into the end of the weekend, into early next week. But then you can see by Friday of next week, we do fall back down into the 70s. So it's going to be a little bit warmer. Some nice pool days in there if you want to get out into the pool or
I need
head
to do that.
head
Yeah.
to the lake, do anything outside. So we'll see that into the weekend.
All right.
And it'll be with
perfect.
sunshines too, because there's no chance for rain after tomorrow.
I know. What a great looking forecast right there.
I do what I
happy.
can.
You do.
I try.
And you do such a great
Oh,
job.
yes.
Colton. Thank you so much.
Yeah, see?
The warmth, the sun.
Yeah. Anything I can
The
do to
rain
help people
tomorrow.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I take credit for the good days, I have to take credit for the bad days. So
Gotta even it out, right?
gotta even it out. Yeah.
There you go. Well, to see what the rain chances tomorrow is going to look like, since we want to start preparing you today, you want to download the First Alert weather app. Oh, wait, that's not what I want to click. Oh,
Oh,
there we go. Wait. There's so many buttons over here. Okay, there we go.
we got it. Something else popped up on the screen for a second. Yeah, News 10 First Alert weather app. Great information in there all the time. Radar, Futurecast, all that stuff that's in there.
Your poolside forecast. Oh, and the first pitch forecast.
There we go. And, I posted an update in there earlier today. Justin should be in around soonish if he's not here already. I haven't been in the studio yet, but he'll post an update in there soon. Very useful all year long.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, Colton. Also, WILX weather app you can download for free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. Now, we do want to share what's coming up later in our evening newscast. So we have a face right here. This is News 10's Justin Kent joining us right now.
Yes.
And Justin, what can you tell us about what you have coming up later on?
So later on tonight, I'm going to go into a story. I was at Michigan State University today. The school board actually voted to allow alcohol sales at Spartan Stadium. So this football season, folks will be able to enjoy a nice cold beverage while they're watching their favorite team play.
All right. And now, when we're talking beverages, there's so many
Yeah.
different kinds. Specifically, do they kind of narrow it down what's
Yeah,
allowed?
so they talked about beer, like wine seltzers, alcohol seltzers, and hard cider. So, yeah.
All right, perfect. Now I'll give you one more question because I don't
Yes.
want to give it all away.
All right.
Are we starting it at Spartan Stadium? Are there any other stadiums that will?
So there
see
are
it?
some other stadiums that are involved, but they're not approved yet through the school board. The school board would still have to decide if it works out really good in Spartan Stadium. We would maybe introduce it to like the Breslin Center or the Ice Arena, Munn Ice Arena. So it's really starting at Spartan Stadium, and they're targeting September 16th to be the starting date
Okay.
for the very first alcohol sales in Spartan Stadium.
Well, I guess all the fans and people going to the games, Justin, this kind of like
Yeah.
they're the guinea pigs, right? To see how this whole alcohol ordinance will play out.
Absolutely, yeah. They got to staff up on security and stuff and make sure everything goes real smooth, and hopefully everything's going to go good, though.
All right. And what time will you have this coming up in our evening newscast?
It'll be on our 5 o'clock show.
5 o'clock. All right. Tune in News 10 at 5. Justin Kent will have more on that. Thank you,
Awesome.
Justin.
Thank you.
And here's what's coming up in our later newscast, starting with first at 4. During Mid-Michigan Matters today, oh boy, you don't want to hear about these ucky little guys. Ticks. We are still telling you to watch out for those little creepy crawlies because, like the Lone Star tick, they have this little white dot on the back of them, and they can actually give you a red meat allergy. So that's not fun. And we're going to tell you how to watch out for them, how to prepare yourself, all of that stuff coming up during Mid-Michigan Matters today. Then News 10 at 5, the state representative Angela Whitwer is partnering with Eaton County Sheriff Tom Reich to spread awareness of the impact of the 2023-24 state budget on Eaton County and other local communities, including an investment of nearly $1 million for the Eaton County Sheriff's Office. So that'll be at News 10 at 5. News 10 at 5:30. Some people might find this very interesting, and I'd like to hear your comments on this. One school district is considering a new policy where instead of a tardy slip, students would get a "We're happy you're here" card. Definitely different indeed. So we'll have that coming up, News 10 at 5:30. You will hear which school district is taking this new tardy policy. And then News 10 at 6, the Meridian Township Board of Trustees wants to hear from people about what they want the future of the township to look like. So we have that coming up at News 10 at 6. Of course, you just heard Justin Kent sharing what he has coming up on News 10 at 5, which is the alcohol ordinance over at Michigan State University, talking about allowing the alcohol sales of beer and wine at Spartan Stadium before they start seeing if they can go to the other arenas. But we also want to share what's coming up for our reporters in our evening newscast, so we're going to send it to them.
Thanks, Justin. State and local governments are asking for more funding for upcoming elections. Why? City officials says it'll take a lot of money to implement Proposal 2 and meet voter needs. I'll have more on what this means for Mid-Michigan coming up today on News 10 at 5. Mars, what are you working on?
Thanks, Tanaya. Veterans and service members are at a greater risk of suicide than the typical civilian. I had the opportunity to attend a conference in East Lansing talking about these leading causes of death and possible preventions. I'll have more on that in our 90 minutes of news. I'm going to pass it over to Deanna.
Following the latest Jackson City Council meeting, a new affordable apartment complex is one step closer to being built in the city of Jackson. I'm Deanna Giles, and I'll have details coming up on News 10 at 5:30.
Thanks, Deanna. I'm Erin Bowling, and today I'm in Hillsdale to talk about the EMT worker shortage. Now, this shortage is causing longer wait times for ambulances, as long as longer wait times for hospital transfers. Now, Hillsdale Hospital has done a few things to try and remedy these issues. I'll have what they're doing about it on News 10 at 6. Riley, over to you.
Hey, Erin, thank you. The city of Jackson is hoping to crack down on gun violence by adding some gunshot detecting microphones to the city. I'm Riley Connell, and I'm talking to local law enforcement and residents about what they think the technology might be and how it works. I'll tell you a little bit more about this story on News 10 at 6. Amaya, tell us what you're working on.
Thanks, Riley. I'm here in Jackson inside of a tank replica that was built 25 years ago. I'll have more on its story later tonight starting at 6 o'clock. For now, Taylor, back to you at the desk.
That is incredible, Amaya. All right, and the rest, great stuff. Okay, we are looking forward to that during our 90 minutes of news. I can't wait to see. And again, remember, today, while it's sunny and beautiful and you definitely want to get outside today, you want to start also preparing today for tomorrow because of those possible storms making its way into our area. Again, Colton just mentioning possibly multiple rounds, a few rounds of those storms making its way. So if you have not already, which you should have it on your phone, download the WILX First Alert Weather app. Just search for WILX Weather on Google Play and the Apple App Store. Again, completely free and a great tool to have. You get the traffic alerts, you can get the Follow Me feature, and you can turn on and off those notifications if it's too little or too much for your liking. But thank you for joining the News 10 Plus digital desk, and have a fantastic, have a great rest of your Wednesday.